It's the East All-Stars and Chicago. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court right now for the East All-Stars. They've got LeBron James. Lowry out there with Dwayne Wade. Then it's Paul George. And it's Anthony in at the 4 slot. Now here's Butler. Gets the front of the rim and out. Lowry dishes to Anthony. Here's George. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
On defense, the East All-Stars. 4-point game. Kicks it out to Gibson. Kept alive. That's the Dunleavy. From deep. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. On up the court. Here's George. And it's Chicago with the rebound. About a minute played so far here in the first. From deep, Rose. That is good. Rose has got himself on the board with 3 there.
There they go. Finally able to drop one in on their 4th try.
And Butler sends it back. Outside Gibson. The 3. But they'll get another chance. Butler in the corner. Tries again. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. And the shot is good.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
And it's Rose penetrating. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Dunleavy kicks to Butler. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there. How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose. And here are the East All-Stars now. 3-point lead. Lowry from outside, and he gets it back. Here's George.
Whoa! Punches it down. Oh.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they are not backing off at all, are they?
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one.
You know, even against defense as tight as that, you expect him to bury those.
Yeah, I don't know, though, Clark. That defender was on it like glue on that possession. That would have been a heck of a bucket, even though we've seen him hit those in the past. I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Mirotic is checked in for the Bulls.
And that's the norm for him when he's at the line.
Here's Dunleavy. Just miss after miss right now.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now, here's Butler. The shake. And he lays it up and in. Butler's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Here's Anthony. Here's James. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gasol. McDermott comes in for Dunleavy. Ejuan Moore, he's checked in for Buck. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. A big group substitution here for the East. Chris Bosh is checked in for Anthony. Butler comes in for George. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Kyle Lowry. Stolen by Bosh. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle.
It's taken. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
They've been struggling. He just wants to get them back into a good flow and stop forcing shots.
Well, Greg, the misses started piling up. Things kind of snowballed on him in that regard. This is a good timeout to kind of calm his guys down and hit the reset button.
So for the Bulls, Rose comes in for Etuan Moore. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Brooks. Drummond's checked in for the East. Butler kicks it to Noah from deep three-point range. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. And it's Butler missing.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
No, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Thomas with the steal. And here's the fast break. And slam dunk by Butler.
And there are more points tacked on here to the early lead.
And it's a nice lead as well. I mean, it's no mystery how they've done it. They're attacking the basket.
And again, Chicago, no good.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And Butler sends it back, but he recovers it. Pass to Butler. Thomas gets a wide open look. Again, Thomas missing.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Here's Rose. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Rose has got 7 points in the game. And here are the East All-Stars now. 11-point game. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. That doesn't go either for Thomas. It's deflected. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
The East making a switch. Millsap's checked in. Here's McDermott. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. McDermott's got it back down to single digits for the Bulls. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Thomas against Rose. Back to Thomas. Out to the right wing. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. East All-Stars ahead as welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And guys, what's your take so far and what the East All-Stars are doing?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
McDermott is out there with Mirotic. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Noah in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. No good from Wade.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Noah with it. Butler covering. Butler against Noah. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
And the East with some changes. James checked in for Drummond. And Carmelo Anthony subbed in for Jimmy Butler. And even 3-on-3 break. Stolen by Noah. And it's Butler missing. To the middle. Here's Wall. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing. And right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Puts it up. And that misses everything.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
Count that one. The East All-Stars lead has been cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Derrick Rose. Rose has gone 2 of 3 shooting from deep here. Anthony with it. Butler covering. cannot hit. Great defense that time from Noah. And here are the Bulls now. Mirotic, the pass to Noah. Back to Mirotic. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Rose dishes to Mirotic. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not.
DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Paul Millsap. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Wade kicks to Anthony. Wall wide open. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Wall's got his second basket of the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul. It's stolen by DeRozan. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. DeRozan's shot is good. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the East All-Stars.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories, rebounds just being one of them.
Beyond the arc. Cannot hit. The East All-Stars go the other way with it. Wall, that's a two-pointer. Good, and the assist goes to James. 6 points for Wall.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Pass to McDermott. Now the East All-Stars with it. Leading by 12. It's Anthony with the drive. Jimmy Butler with the rebound.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
From outside, off the mark.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
And it's Anthony again missing.
He hit a three in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Mirotic has a wide open look, and it's off from three-point range. To the inside, DeRozan, nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And here are the East All-Stars now. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Butler with the ball. Wade picks him up. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the East. Paul George comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Kyle Lowry in for John Wall.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Outside for George. Back to Anthony. The shot's good on the assist by George. Anthony's got the lead up to 14 now for the East All-Stars. Butler from outside. And it's the East with the rebound. LeBron's got his third rebound tonight.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be. Firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
And the East All-Stars with some changes. Andre Drummond's checked in for LeBron. Wash comes in for Anthony. And it's Butler in for DeMar DeRozan. And 101 left to play here in the half. Butler goes in, trying to break that ice-cold streak. Misses off the left iron.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing. That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And it's Rose missing. Now the East All-Stars with it. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Wash can't hit.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making. Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
And that one's good by Noah.
The defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Lowry passes to Butler, shoots it up. And it comes off the rim with a high bounce.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. The East All-Stars up on top. They finish off the second quarter with a And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
Clark's the only guy I know that can call you a gnat and mean it as a compliment.
And make you feel good about it.
I appreciate that, Clark. Good Clark.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer's starting the second half. They've got Paul George. LeBron James is out there with Anthony. Then there's Lowry. And it's Wade in at the shooting guard position. Lowry dishes to Carmelo. McDermott with the steal. Noah kicks to Mirotic. There's Rose with the three. The Bulls keep it alive. Butler attacking. An easy 2 points on the layup. Butler's got 6.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint. My goodness. He sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're
I
right.
tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Get a break in the act, clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget about the missed shots and get themselves back on track.
Inside, Noah, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Bulls have not yet made a free throw in the game, 0 of 2 so far. Timeout called, East All-Stars.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchup.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
Clark, what you know about Sade? Smooth operator, but I agree with you. I think we're all seeing that right now.
Yes, indeed.
To the wing right side. Fires from deep. Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut down to 7 on the bucket for McDermott.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
And, Greg, I'm not quite sure why it took them as long as it did to finally get things going, but as we always say, better late than never.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
George passes to Lowry. Wade outside. He dishes it to George. Tries a three. Mirotic grabs the miss. Mirotic has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. McDermott, no one around him. Here's Noah, and he gets it to go. And now it's only a 5-point East All-Star lead.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Feeds it to McDermott. Power down with both hands.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
And, Greg, it was really their defense just as much as their offense that served as the real catalyst, and I think it allowed them to put that run together.
Anthony can't hit. Here's Chicago. They've outscored him 16 points to 2. Not slowing down. On its way from Rose for 2. And that misses badly. Air ball. Up the floor. Here's George. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade. 10 points for Paul George.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg. Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
Bulls trail by 7. Rose dishes to Noah. Lets it go from 11. And it's Noah again missing. Here are the East All-Stars. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. That's good. And it's 8 points for Wade.
And just a nice bucket there to really just sustain that lead.
Well, a few more possessions like that, and they'll do more than sustain the lead, Greg. I think they'll start to put this thing away by pulling away.
Here's Butler. And again, Chicago. No good.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
And really just trying to take the wind out of their sails here, I think. You know, they're on the wrong end of a run and need to just kind of exhale.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to stop the bleeding. Things were starting to spiral completely out of control, and I think a timeout was a no-brainer there.
New players in now for the East. Wade's gone a nice 5 of 8 shooting from the floor. Butler attacking. No good again that time.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Thomas, no good.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. 11-point game. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the East All-Stars.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Here's Chicago. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
He's having a tough quarter scoring the basketball, unable to help them close this gap. And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here. He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Here's McDermott, and it's going to be 2 free throws through contact on the shot.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for the East. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Here's Noah. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Noah's got 9 points now in just the second half. From deep, Thomas. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. And here are the East All-Stars now. 13-point lead. Mirotic out there with Doug McDermott. Then it's Rose. Then there's Noah. And it's Butler in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Good. Mirotic has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Chicago. And Thomas, here we go. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Kept alive.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Bosch, that's good.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Wasted no time on that one. And it's 9 points for Butler.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Out to DeRozan. Second chance shot. Here's Drummond. Shot by Wall. And at last, they get one to fall.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Here's McDermott. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt about it.
James checked in for the East. Paul George comes in for Isaiah Thomas. And here's Wall outside. They grab their own miss. On the wing, George. Not enough on that one as it misses. Bulls trail by 14. Here's Butler, poked loose. It's stolen by Wall. All alone, and it's George finishing it off.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Paul Millsap's checked in for the East. Wade comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Rose against Wade. Rose kicks to Butler. And again, no good by Chicago. It's Wall with the drive. And finished off by LeBron.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish. But the effort's been there for him, just not getting the results.
And that one's good.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Mirotic's shot is off. And here's the East. They're on a 12-3.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Anthony's checked in. Rose, no good.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
And he gets it to go. That's 12 points for Dwayne Wade.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Butler kicks to McDermott. Here's Noah. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
What a performance from Joakim Noah here. He has 9 rebounds, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
No good on the second free throw. And here's the East. They're on a 16-5 run. From deep, George. Rebounded by McDermott. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
That drops.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
George has got a 55% field goal percentage on the night. He's 6 of 11. Dishes at Mirotic. Pulls up. High post. And that one goes long.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. A wide open look here for DeRozan. Off target with his three.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the East All-Stars.
But Steve, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for John Wall. Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
What a game for Rose. He has 15 points and some big-time defense with the 3 steals, too. I tell you what, he's made his mark on this game in so many ways, guys.
And he would have stood out just on the strength of the defense. But how about offensively? He's been clicking there as well.
McDermott kicks to Butler. The 19-foot shot. The Bulls keep it alive. And he stepped in the line, so they turn it over.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked. And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler. Here's Lowry. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. The kick outside to Butler. Here's Drummond. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
He just punishes you on the backboard. I mean, it's pretty deflating for a team trailing big and still giving up second chance opportunity.
And here's Rose outside, kept alive. Noah, second shot opportunity, and that one's good.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Shot on the wing, misses. So it's the East All-Stars winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, John Wall.